way down low. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for being here. Today we have the NTSC from PAL conversion on the 60 clone board. Stick around. Oh, production crew's been on my rear end lately. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a comment, do all that fancy stuff that YouTube wants, because those guys have been hounding me, the production crew, because they're getting hounded by YouTube, and everything flows downhill. See you after the break. Thanks. If you see my channel, I solder a lot of things together, and that's because I like the special kind of pain that comes with soldering things together and building things, and the reward that comes from getting them to work. This board is a PAL board that is meant for the European region, and I do not live in the European region. I live in North America. So we have NTSC as the reigning champion of how to get video signals onto television screens, and this board needs a fix. And I've got the fix. Normally what you would do in a PAL region is you would connect E1 and E2 together to make this a PAL board, along with a crystal that has the right timing for PAL. I have changed the crystal in this to work for NTSC signaling, and now I need to change the board configuration to get it to work with NTSC signaling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a jumper and put it between E1 and E3, and the reason I'm using E3 is because it's just a convenient way to get to ground. So let's get after it. Remember that thing about the solder legs that I keep, along with a bunch of other not terribly well working components? Well, this is a good reason why you keep something like that. And so what I'm going to do is attempt to get this into the board. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a bend and verify that the measurements are good enough. Yep, that should do just nicely. And you can do this with a bodge wire, or you can do this with an old solder leg like I'm doing, or whatever. I'm going to tape that in place, because it has no structure to hold itself underneath the board. And then when you flip the board over, it's not going to be terribly easy to see, but it is right there. Let's get it soldered down. All right. And then from this side of the board, what I'm going to do is solder it to that leg on E3, capacitor 101 that goes to ground. First, there's my solder. And I'm going to trim it first. I probably won't save that solder leg. I might regret that later. Alright, and now that that's connected, let's get out our trusty multimeter and verify that it worked. Alright. So now we should have a connection between here and ground. And this whole ring around the outside of the video circuitry area is ground, along with a lot of other places on the board. So there you go. That's what you have to do. That's what I did. And you can see right in here, there's a jumper between E1 and E3. And now this board is ready for NTSC. If you look at the bill of materials that is in the Google Doc that I will share in the link below, in the description below. For the 250407 revision motherboard, I have updated the parts to indicate what you need for both PAL, which was already there, and NTSC, so that you can do this modification and enjoy a 60 clone board in North America like I am. Thanks for being awesome.